noisy instruments were banned early during slavery. Even now, top bands still start their performances with march rhythms or with a waltz to camouflage the complex African rhythms. The Landship is a similar camouflage. Like many African secret societies, the Landship provided an opportunity to belong, to dress up, and to perform. The combination of the top band and the dancers linked to an organized structure was a total winner. There is still much to be uncovered about the Landship. It is one of the few indigenous Caribbean institutions. It has survived since 1863, when it was founded by Moses Ward. This makes it older than any of the important social organizations: Boy Scouts, Girl Guides, Lions, Rotary, Kiwanis, BMPs, JCs, Optimists, et al. Changing social conditions and the evolution and devolution of political power to blacks have affected the Landship movement. In the 1930s, there was over 30 ships with large membership. Premier Hugh Gordon Cummings and Sir Menzies Cox were founding members of the Landship Council. Today, there are only a few land-worthy ships left. It would be a disaster to allow the Landship to run aground and rust away. It is an institution that has sustained us in adversity, and entertained us royally, and provided us with a continuity to our past. We must save the Landship for future generations. Not necessary in its present form, but save it we must. There is a body of knowledge or traditional dances that must be secured. The National Trust and the museum have salvaged houses, equipment, furniture, documents, and artifacts too numerous to mention, all important to our cultural heritage, but none as fragile and important as the Landship. Next week, a solution. By the way, William Barclay reached Liberia safely. He became president of Liberia.
We're going to have a look at some of the images that I've collected over time. I would like to share with you now. Landship. So I will carry you. Those of you who want to correct any foolishness I said, feel free. Okay. I want the images. I'm going to come back to that. Don't worry. That's a statement made by a minister that I will prove to you that pure amount of people, I'm talking about you, pure amount of people talk about. You ready? All right, flipping some programs, that's where we can start. Okay, let it roll. What I've got here is some samples of things that I've taken from my collection of research. Okay? And Abra help me out if push comes to shove. Errol, who in spite of all the politics you know, I was very close to him because my old man was his mentor. And we spent a lot of time at his house and so on. And he named one of the ships, the Coast Guard ships, after the young Marshal, Admiral Marshall. But here's the problem. Commander Marshall. And here's the problem. Marshall died. The ship was out. And they never renamed one after him to make sure that it's perpetuated. Next, right, next. Landship, right. Editorial from the Barbados Advocate, praising the Landship. Okay, you would think now that is important. No, next one. Tom Adams, Vernon Watson, good friend. Representative St. Thomas, First, opposition leader Lords, BLS director, I had two of them, director 1 and director 2, right? Landship, Thomas Gap with Granville, and so on. Next, Landship directed display Navy on Sunday. This is some of the publicity that I think Vernon was highly responsible for during that period because it was a rearguard action. Next. None less, I think anybody recognize yourself in it? All right. Next. You went to St. Lucia, remember when that was? Right. April 11th, I think what, 73, 72, 73? Huh? 73 Devonshire. Next. All right. I can read that. This is a conference that was held at the Polytechnic, Samuel Jackman Prescott Polytechnic, which I attended. Now look for who the people are that's speaking and so on. By the way, when they talk about Dr. Cummings, that's Sandra, our grandfather, Sandra Cummings' grandfather, Michael Cummings, her brother who's an artist, and Casey Cummings, and the National Cultural Foundation grandfather. So here, like God, who was one of the most genuine supporters of the Landship movement throughout his life. Period. I'm trying to read that, but I can't read it. Dr. Cattle. Yeah, you can read them up. Dr. Cattle, Minister of Government. I think he was Home Affairs Minister at the time. What? Peter Morgan, Minister of Tourism. Dennis Hunt, Junior Minister in the Minister of Education, in other words, Parliamentary Secretary. Like you, darling? Yeah. Go on. Right? It works. See, the establishment support, this is what I call lip service. Next slide. Okay? Can you read some of the others? Nigel Harper, my buddy Nigel Harper, who was then an important civil servant because he's one man who knew to manipulate the civil service to get things done. Teach me a lot about how to get money out to the government and so on. Major Blackman, I think, was then Cabinet Secretary, correct? Keith Yarwood was who, for the JCs, was bodybuilding the training program at the time. I show you that because I have a couple of photographs. Okay, next group right now. Well, there he is. And see, once you project them, they lost a lot of the folk. That's Keith Yarwood, and that's the group of Landship people. And the next slide also another version of it. Let's move, right, there is it. If you know him, you know that's his profile. Can we move to the next group? This is signs and the signs. Oh, dogs, right? I went around, okay, move to the first one, and I think that, okay. This is the director's dog, correct? Mayor Paul. This was in St. Thomas, Highland St. Thomas. Okay, next slide. Just another photograph from that point of view. Arms. Armament, serious things. Right, next slide. That was me. Excited. By the way, some of these same people you see here in blue were with me. Kofi, you were there? Not that one? All right, okay. Well, next one, and that's another one without that, okay? And there is is Admiral now, right? Okay. Next dock is this is a sad thing. In 1967, I recorded a band in Lower St. James called the Ben Hill Sports Band. It was a fantastic set of music, which I played on the Arts Council program one night. And the operator ran from the studio and went downstairs and called the program master and tell them that Mottley had been playing a lot of foolishness. Right? This is the dock. It's still there. It is still there. Next, then keep going around. You know where I'm talking about? Anybody? Rose Hill. When you come up by the gas station and you're going up, you turn left as you're going to Allendale, and about before you get to the Seventh-day Adventist Church, I think, or whatever it is, you'll see it on your right, and so on. Keep coming again. I also had a mural, beautiful mural of ship and sea on the side. It's faded now. I took this years ago and it's still there. Next time. And this was the Admiral's chair. Still in location within the building. Next slide. I see a post changing, whatever it was, that was at the back of the building. Those of you who are curious, you can go. I drove the picture, it's still there, so I can tell you it's still there. Next. Right? Roof cutter, everything else. I don't know who it belonged to. I suspect that it actually belonged to the Landship itself. I don't know who, because if it was somebody else's property, they would probably have right at the corner, and it's still there. Right. He's dead too? Right. Actually, I've been trying to find even a lot of the men from the band. Hard to find, because the whole generation don't need. Okay, next slide. Right? Okay, next. That's also inside there. Everybody keeps the main pole in the roof. Okay. Yeah. And then the next one. Right. And that's me closing out on that. So those are a sample of the docks, but there are several other docks all around wherever you heard on the Paris talking about 1931, 32, those existing docks at that particular time. Can you move next one?